Folks, allow me to introduce a Toyota Harrier. It is a historically significant car, not for being loved by enthusiasts like us, but because it achieved great success for Lexus and Toyota. Much success. Such huge success. Because it dominated its market segment in sales numbers since its launch on our shores, and it's paved the way for luxury SUV sales in North America as something that's culturally acceptable to drive, even if you have no intention of sport utilizing. The tragedy is that Toyota saw fit to strip it of any personality before flogging it to Gaijin. In 1998, when Lexus had to pitch the Harrier in the Americas, they probably used a random alphanumeric generator. To wash the Harrier of anything alienating or offending to groups like the SPCA or even a joke about hair. A series of letters and numbers seemed a surefire way to ensure this little SUV wouldn't be mistaken for anything other than luxury. The RX300's retail roots date back to 1997, when it was known only as the Harrier. Harrier than what, you ask? Well, not that kind of hair. And that would be exactly what Lexus was worried about. And if the name Harrier begs any sort of etymology questions, the unique Grille badge should clue you in. And this commercial clip from Japan will drive the point home.
Wild but formal.
So, what do you think of my analysis?
Harrier.
Well, that's bizarre. A Harrier is a bird. I personally would have argued to the Lexus execs in 1998 they should have embraced their hair and run with it before hereditary issues and workplace stress led them down the path of luxury least resistance. But I was in high school and wouldn't have made a coherent argument. Besides, Toyota wanted to swath the Lexus Harriers in leather, and that would have sit doubly bad with the SPCA people. Anyhow, in this video, there are a total of 3 Harriers I imported over the course of 6 months. There is an ACU15 with a 2AZFE engine, which is a facelift 2001 model, and 2 1999 MCU15 models with 1 MZFE engine. All are 4-wheel drive chassis. I was a fan of the MCU15, which is a quad-cam 3-liter V6 with VVTi valves, so I bought one of these for myself, and got to drive it for about a month before it sold. These late 90s Harriers came equipped with one of the first automotive examples of modern infotainment. A small LCD display at the top and center of the dash will let you obsess over your fuel economy in real time, arrange historical or tank averages and graphs, or you can explore the topography of Japan with its lost GPS, or marvel at the GPS-synced clock. And you have to admit, the layout of this interior has aged quite well.
Hey man, this car's really fancy.
It is fancy pants, isn't it? It's pretty plush for a 1999.
And what's this TV screen saying right here?
It would be a GPS, but it's lost. Right now I've got it set to infotainment. So fuel economy stats.
Right on. I noticed something.
What's that?
The clock set wrong.
It's geosynced to Japan time by the GPS settings.
Still, this car with all this beautiful wood trim, massive stitching in the leather, huge back seats. It's pretty baller.
It is. It's plush. Gangster.
What kind of gangster were you thinking?
What kind of gangster were you thinking? Whatever. I feel like spending money. Let's go to McDonald's.
Damn, it feels good to ride a bonsai. Cause driving on the right, it's the best side. Waving at the girls from the west side. Damn, it feels good to ride a bonsai.
I got a 6-pack of chicken nuggets.
To go, please. Make sure you say to go, please.
Hey, can I get a 4-pack of chicken nuggets to go?
I didn't know you could get 4.
I didn't either. I was just gonna say, how's your cardboard?
It's Toyota, jackass!
Right, it is a Toyota, not a Lexus. So let me go into a bit of detail on the current market conditions in Japan and explain why I've imported some Harriers. In terms of a vehicle that is serviceable and compatible in North America, the Harrier is fairly familiar. It doesn't have a uniquely JDM engine, drivetrain, or body panels, so when something goes wrong, it isn't a tough car to deal with. In the same price range, you can compare a Honda CR-V, Suzuki Escudo, Toyota Hilux Surf with the small petrol engine, a gas Nissan Terrano, an SF5 Subaru Forester, or a Nissan X-Trail. These are all fairly compatible vehicles here, but were never considered luxury cars. The build quality of the Harrier is fairly substantial compared to the X-Trail, Forester, or CR-V. The larger engine Harrier MCU-15 weighs in at 1,750 kilos, where an SF5 Forester weighs 1,400 kilos, and an RD1 CR-V weighs 1,420. And driving the Harrier is a quiet, almost removed experience. The ride is extremely smooth and organized. Even when you push it, road and engine noise are muted. And the MCU-15 does have a lot of grunt, with its 1MZ FE engine. For the money, which at this stage in depreciation is comparable to the Forester, X-Trail, and those other cars I mentioned, the Harrier is the only SUV that was considered luxury. Which brings me back to my point about it being a trend-setting car. In 1997, Honda was still several years away from offering the MDX or the RDX, and Nissan had a few years to go before releasing the FX35. So if you are in the market for a luxury SUV without leather that costs about the same as a JDM SF5 Forester or an RD1 CR-V, I can find one for you in Japan that still looks, sounds, and drives like a new car. I owe a big thanks to my friend Nolan and the London band the Dystonics for the music here, my buddies Justin and Chase for humoring me with cameos, and of course the Harriers. Links to everybody's Instagram and YouTube accounts, band, websites, and social media will be in the description. Thanks for watching, everybody.